Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Happy Country Sunday. Today, na Monday, number 3 day for this month of April 2023. My name na Capo Daniel, una own countryman, Mr. No Connie, Ambazonian FBI. And I come again once more with our daily podcast, a program where it bring una the truth. It bring una important information, fact-based analysis, where it help we as we work for this journey to our freedom, to the independence of Ambazonia. Fellow people of Ambazonia, La République du Cameroon, they continue their arson attack against the great state of Bui as they pursue their policy for scorched earth across the national territory of Ambazonia. Yesterday,
like this, I don't burn the bag for. As you can see,
in a video, like our people them for ground zero, they show bikes the way they don't burn them, houses the way they don't burn them, for inside Meluf na a village for inside the great state of Bui.
For inside front church. See.
La République du Cameroon, their occupation terrorist forces them, then carry the bike them, then go burn them for in front of the church. They then kill 4 civilians them for inside Meluf. We still try to identify the individual the way they then kill them. We don't know whether the people go burn the bike them in front of church for send a message, because na Meluf na a liberated area, fully 100% under Ambazonian control. Our heart and our prayers them go for the people them for inside Meluf. We pray for the family members and the community them for Ambazonia, where they mourn the death of these 4 picking the way they done 4. As we get the details, we're going to put them for now. I will also put out the video where they show the atrocity of La République du Cameroon. Scorched earth policy, na a collective punishment and it be classified under international law as war crimes. These are part of Paul Biya's and La République du Cameroon crimes against the people of Ambazonia. We must document them, we must hold them to our heart and stand together with our people who suffer the brunt of Paul Biya's brutality and criminality. Fellow Ambazonians, the objective for delegitimize La République du Cameroon presence for inside Ambazonia, it can be 100% completed. The time for play games of opposition party and using middlemen who have been deceiving and delaying our liberation struggle and having given hope to Paul Biya that there is a means for him to deceive the international community, that he has opposition leaders, opposition party and pressure groups that can best represent the grievances that our people have in this colonized situation have come to a complete end. The international community have come to know that Ambazonia have no representative that can be presented as opposition that are living in Ambazonia or represent the state of Ambazonia or our people aspiration, or who can speak for our people. Increasingly, this has been made clear to La République du Cameroon and the international community in various corridors of diplomacy. That is why Mr. Paul Biya have decided to come and show his real face and dismiss all the so-called SDF and political representative that they had used in their grand national dialogue. We now face an enemy that we know. We now face an enemy we can identify. They are all resident in La République du Cameroon, including those who participated in that election. The councillors have all moved into Yaoundé. We are monitoring the situation and we are asking for our civilians to be the eyes of the nation and report any councillor who return back to their villages or to their towns or the cities across Ambazonia. Every criminal who took part in this election must face the consequences of betrayal of the people of Ambazonia, and we need everybody to work and collaborate closely to make sure that we stop the ability of these people to continue to sell our country. The Paul Biya regime is now turning towards the demonstration of holding meetings in Ambazonia as the only source to show some semblance of legitimacy of its rule in our country. we should expect to see many more meetings in areas that are controlled militarily by La République du Cameroon to demonstrate to the world that it has some control over Ambazonia. Our people must know that occupation, annexation is predicated on administrative control and the show of legitimacy. La République du Cameroon have no legitimacy anymore in our territory. Our people have denied La République concern, and they are clinging on to the last hope of the senatorial and the so-called House of Chiefs to show the world that they have representatives that represent our people in their government. Our people must fight this issue tooth and nail. Any Ambazonian chief who is in this so-called House of Chiefs should never be given a space in Ambazonia. I repeat, any Ambazonian chief who is in this House of Chiefs should never be given a space in Ambazonia. All of them must be arrested and face the consequences of this betrayal. Our people have fought so hard and dismissed all the so-called colonial SDOs and DOs, and the few ones that come in and they come in with purposes to do political videos to prove their presence in Ambazonia, and that should be it. Even that itself, we should continue to fight it using the IED. It is time for Ambazonia to renew their perspective of this liberation struggle. Our liberation struggle is to continue to maintain the delegitimization of La République du Cameroon and decapitate its ability to govern, tax, and do administrative duty in Ambazonia. Our people must sustain the 4 pillars of our liberation movement as we enter this phase, this final push for Ambazonian independence. This push will be a direct confrontation between the light and darkness. Our people must sustain these 4 pillars. The first pillar of our liberation movement is Ghost Town. The Monday Ghost Town is sacrosanct. It is the only way our population can show to the world that they stands for independence, they stands for separation. Every Ambazonian should bear the cost on this Monday to close up their shops, to not go to work, to stay at home, and not engage in any activity. It is a stay-home day to demonstrate that the population of Ambazonia wants separation and independence. It is only one day a week that we must all across Ambazonia stay home, and our soldiers must remain the vanguard to make sure that there is no sabotage, there are no infiltrators, there are no embedded agents who will impersonate our people on this day. And Tongtu people in particular should be monitored, because they and the Bamileke friends that we have are the easy target to use to impersonate and to be spoilers of our ghost town. People who also sell brasseries have been engaged to violate ghost town every Monday to disrupt and destroy the hope for Ambazonia for separation and independence. We must hold the ghost town Monday jealously and make sure it is enforced. All Ambazonian soldiers' duty is to protect and safeguard Monday ghost town. Some La République du Cameroon unelected mayor who are going to come with the protection of Cameroon army in Ambazonia to close sheds. Our people should know that they have no authority under Cameroon constitution, under any law on earth, to close the shop of a person who decides to obey Monday Ghost Town. They have no rights. It is illegal. It is a criminal act, and you have the rights to fight back. Know that they are thieves and do not obey their seal. Break it down, because you did not elect those individuals who come calling themselves mayors to seal the shops of our people. Treat them as criminals. They are criminals even under La République du Cameroon law. No law permits them to do that. Stop them from closing our shed, disregard their order, and continue to obey. Follow the instruction of staying at home every Monday to show the world that we want separation and independence. The school boycott is also sacrosanct. Our people must boycott all Cameroon colonial government school in Ambazonia. Any parent whose students or whose children are attending Cameroon government school and betraying the cause of our people, the students that are in the butches, and also to sabotage Ambazonian projection of a complete rejection of La République du Cameroon to turn to ourselves as independence means independence. All private schools, mission schools have all been given authority and strict Ambazonian guidelines to open their door and accommodate our people during this transitional period as Ambazonian community school. There is no reason absolutely no reason for anybody to betray 8 million people and more generation to come by sending their children to Cameroon government school. Anybody who teaches in Cameroon government school should be held accountable for this betrayal. And this should be reminded to our people every single day, especially as we have come face to face with the light and darkness facing La République du Cameroon square on. Political denial is the third pillar of our liberation movement. Just as our parliamentarians withdrew themselves from Enugu, Ambazonians have marched to their palace and the house of their so-called mayors, senators, and parliamentarians in 2018 and give one verdict. We do not want any political participation. We don't want any Ambazonian to represent us in La République du Cameroon political system. We don't want anybody in the name of elected officials. All of our senators, parliamentarians are supposed to have withdrawn, and we have not elected anyone to represent us there. We must continue to deny La République du Cameroon political participation. Anybody who work in a capacity that represents our territory in La République du Cameroon should never step foot in Ambazonia, including their impostors. These are the criminals and these are the modern day slave traders. They are there for their own stomach and have nothing to do in representing our people who have denied them. These are criminals, petty thieves, and must be seen for who they are. Our people are starving and they will come with crumbs to treat them like beggars. This should never happen in the 21st century. All of them, once they step their foot in our territory, our people should know that these are criminals that's supposed to be picked up by Ambazonian forces. The fourth pillar, which is very important, is economic sabotage. We have denied any cash crop or any multinational that operates in Ambazonia to supply the international market with Ambazonian crops. The banning of CDC, the banning and attack against Sonera, and many other international, multinational partners in Ambazonia will have to send this message to the international community that Paul Biya will not guarantee trade with Ambazonian product. We must do everything as we are waiting for the technology of drone to be able to knock out the existing platforms that extract petroleum from Ambazonia. We call on all Ambazonian engineers who have techniques in deploying this type of technology should join the team that are working hard with the Biafrans as well to make this happen. We must have the ability to knock out the drilling posts that are offshore Ambazonia that suck our petrol to the international community and send a message to the international community. All those petrol sucked by La République du Cameroon are stolen goods. The money and the funds must be kept in a private bank account till the dispute between the legitimacy of Ambazonia and La République over these territories are resolved. No Ambazonian should work for CDC. No Ambazonian should supply food for CDC. No Ambazonian should supply cash crop to La République du Cameroon, or no NGO, no credit union, no union in Ambazonia should supply cash crop to La République du Cameroon for export. Those who want to deal in export product should use the Biafran network to supply their food in the Biafra land. During this period of war, our people will have to pay a price. They are better off working as subsistence agricultural farmers and taking care of their family than supplying food to La République du Cameroon that empowers them to borrow more money and buy ammunition to continue their brutal war against Ambazonia. These four pillars of our liberation movement must be held, sustained collectively and by our population at large, as our soldiers will focus primarily on our enemies, the Cameroon Army of Occupation, the terrorist army that are butchering our people day and night, burning down villages and making sure they can create the political space for La République du Cameroon cankerworms and administrators to return back home. We must focus, we must revive our campaign, we must educate our people for the need to sustain and uphold these four pillars and give our soldiers the chance to focus on the Cameroon military to uproot them one by one until Ambazonia attain independence. Independence indeed shall it be. Ambazonians should know that these are the focal points and the focus of our liberation movement. Every individual who participate or claim to participate in our liberation movement should be advancing these four corners and these four pillars of our liberation movement and the military fronts. Anybody who brings anything other than these four and the one military options are people who are distracting us from attaining our goal of independence and separation. Ambazonian activists, leaders, and groups should be judged on their ability and job in furthering and advancing these four pillars, including the military confrontation or the military resistance against La République du Cameroon. For all those who have sacrificed their life, pay the ultimate price for our freedom, we will hold the mantle. We will have no retreat, no surrender until victory is ours. Capo Daniel, looking out for you, signing off.